Okay, this is Bill again. I want to talk a little bit this morning again about what's going on. By the way, I couldn't find my favorite youth picture, so I had to use a more recent one, and that's one of my favorite spots right there. That's Dolly Sods in West Virginia. But anyway, as much as we talk about human rights as basic human rights, I want to prefix everything by saying that in real life, your rights are kind of circumstantial. In any situation you find yourself in, you have to be able to respond to the world around you as it is and the people around you as they are in order to build on something. And so that means that things can happen to you, things can be done to you by either natural forces or political unrest, and you still have a responsibility to respond to it, because if you don't in the appropriate manner, others may have to make sacrifices for you. And so your human rights to be an individual, to not be judged as part of a group, to not be discriminated against or shoved back into a group, which is going on right now, that's something we have to set up in a political system. Right now our political system is becoming a lot less stable because our individualism has left a lot of people behind, and you see all this tribalism on both the right and the left. So I wanted to start out with that thought. I have to respond to what's going on, whether I like it or not, and so does anyone else, or else it passes on to someone else. When I was younger, I was very preoccupied with getting myself into a situation where I could experience my own sexuality and then could in some way publish it and be influential in art and music and novels and so forth. And gradually the political battles of the 70s and 80s and 90s and eventually the gays in the military battle gave me that opportunity. And I made a very unusual argument back in the late 90s, going back to how things worked when we had the draft, and that we had a system where some people were thought of as better than others and were set aside, given student deferments, and were sheltered from some of the risks that others had to take. And that certainly feeds into systemic racism today, of course it does. But I leveraged that argument to say a lot of other things. Over the years, since we repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and later on gay marriage and everything, a lot of things have changed. A lot of the stuff I do seems extraneous. It seems to a lot of people you don't have your skin in the game anymore, so why are you even talking if you don't care more personally about other people and taking care of them? It seems like, and I feel, it is a problem. I feel like if that's the best I can do, to be associated publicly with some particular person that I wouldn't have admired, then that's a failure. And that's a problem. So that's the first point I wanted to get at.